Hello, I'm back with another video. This time it's a first impressions video of a game called Victor Vran. You're gonna start seeing a bit more varied content on the channel here. I'm working some changes. There's a lot of smaller indie games, early access games that I like to look at, and what I'm going to try and do with those is, when I play those, I'll try to do a quick first impressions video once I've played it for a bit, just to give my initial impressions. I mean, this is a game. It's Victor Vran. It's a isometric action RPG similar to Torchlight and Diablo. It's developed by Haemimont Games. Forgive my pronunciation. It's the developer that made the Tropico series. The game is in early access. It hit early access on the 20th of February, like a week ago, and it's quite complete for what it is. At the moment, it's $20 or £15 on Steam for early access. There's been a couple of updates since it launched, but it's for what we have already, it is very feature complete. Well, I say feature complete is a lot of game there for what for the very initial early access version. If you just check the options, I mean gameplay options, most of the gameplay options here are pretty much to show different sort of data on screen. Some basic control options. I'll go through some of those when we're actually into the game. General options, you've got different volume levels for music, voice, sound, subtitles, and visual options. You've got quite a bit here. Anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering, shadows, grass, textures, post-processing resolution. It's quite neat. There's no achievements in it yet. Obviously, with this early version, the game is due to have like cooperative multiplayer, but that isn't in yet. That's in a later version as well. Basically, if we just start into the game here, the first version of the game has two areas. Each one has a couple of dungeons. As you see here, early access. So we got placeholder videos. This is all kind of to come in the future as well. The Steam write-up pretty much says it's an isometric action RPG with a massive selection of weapons, items, outfits, powers, demon powers, and destiny cards. Experience intense combat action with dozens of enemies attacking you from all sides and unleash powerful skills to finish them off. Basically, I mean, this initial part, as I said, there's two areas with a bunch of different little dungeons you can do. There's a level 10 cap. There are some quite interesting features for it. I played for it on Twitch a bit early today, and we played it for about 6 hours. We got to the level cap. We checked out most of the dungeons, and what I'm going to do is start from a new character here, just to go through a couple of little basics. Then I'm going to jump to my level 10 character just to show you what a bit more the more high level stuff that you can't see from this initial version. So, as isometric action RPG, as you say, like WSAD to move. You got 3 main abilities, which you start with a shotgun. So you got fire. It's like an aim shot, which is a focus attack, and a AOE attack. If we go to our inventory, one thing to note is basically you don't have classes as such. So you have weapons. So I mean, when you have the shotgun equipped, which is what I got equipped now, you have these 3 abilities that are relating to the gun. If I switch to my second weapon I got here, which is a sword, then the 3 abilities I have turn into 3 different abilities. So now we're a melee person with a sword, with a a sword hack, a slash, and a dash. And at launch, there's 4 different weapons you can have. You got the shotgun, the sword, the rapier, and the hammer, and each give different abilities and different play styles. I mean, I gotta say, my favorite at level, now I'm at level 10, is the rapier, because I'll kind of show you a little bit about that when when I jump into my other character. There is no story as such, no real story as such in this early version. I think they said on Steam that basically they didn't really want to spoil the story and put too many spoilers in the story this early on. So they're just basically focusing on showing people the gameplay. And while we're here, as I say, there's a little bit of sword. You hold down the right button as it says, and move the mouse to turn. It's all pretty basic. I mean, it plays a lot like similar games in this genre, a bit like Diablo, Torchlight, very reminiscent of those, and also I guess a bit like Grim Dawn is another one that's similar to this, which is also relatively new and kind of really has grown a lot in popularity. I mean, I've not played Grim Dawn myself, so I can't really make any comparisons, but there was a couple of people we had that made comparisons and asked about Grim Dawn while I was actually streaming this earlier, but I just couldn't. I couldn't compare myself, but I'm going to take a look at the Grim Dawn just to see if I can see what similarities were that they kind of saw. But yeah, as you see, it's all very, very kind of basic style here. You know, what hack and slash. Once you get to this little initial level, you get into the main little quest hub where you have some NPCs and stuff. I'll show you that when I get onto my other character. Unlike other games like Diablo like this, you do have some parkour type mechanics. You know, you got some wall jumping like this. So, you know, to get to higher places, there's a lot of, all of the places have got secret areas which you can get to, and a lot of them you do have to get to by doing little jumps like that. Let's switch to the gun for a second, and we'll basically some of the other mechanics I won't kind of go into a bit until we're on my other character, which has a couple more items, just to kind of give you a bit better idea of how it works. I just wanted to kind of show how it kind of plays out the box before I jump into a level 10 character and just run around a little bit. The AoE of this shotgun is pretty crazy. I really like it. So yeah, so we got a chest up there, so to get it you got to jump. You got a wall jump. Yes, and we got a secret. So basically all of the chests have got like secrets in them. We picked up a hammer in there, which is pretty cool. Which is the third weapon type. If I switch the vicious hammer in, we got some other abilities, which is we got like a pound. We have like a crush and a smash. The smash is is a neat AoE ability if I can find some stuff to hit. As far as the abilities, obviously, when you use these abilities that are directional, you kind of attack in the area that your mouse is pointing. So if I'm pointing the mouse down or to the left, I'm running forward and pointing the mouse left, and I hit Q, I will attack to the right. Sorry, not that left. So you know, if I'm running down and I want to jump backwards with the jump attack, I can push E with my cursor at the top, and it will jump. You know, it kind of turns around, etc. And it's the same with all the abilities. So if I've got my gun, for instance, I'm running forward, I can move the cursor to the right here and hit E, and it will do the AoE attack to the right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back out here to the main menu, and then I'm going to jump into my saved character on level 10, and we're going to just show a little bit of the higher level stuff. I mean, there's 4 save slots here. My 4th character is level 10, and we'll switch into this, and I will be right back. Okay, this is my level 10. We're in the little quest hub here. As you can see, we're in this little quest area. You got vendors here. This one over here buys and sells some weapons. You got these different weapons you can buy. This one over here has also got some weapons. There's a vendor down here that sells Destiny cards. Different types of Destiny cards. Before we go any further, I'll just explain what that is. First of all, here's the map. This is the map of the 2 areas. So that there's basically 2 zones. This is the first zone here, and in this zone there's like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas here that you can zoom to, which are like little mini dungeons. This is your second area with 6 again. If you hover over one, it shows you the stars there for the challenges. So each dungeon area has got a specific set of challenges to do. These ones that are gold, obviously these are ones where I completed all the challenges. The blue are ones I missed some. So that one I missed 1, that one I missed 2. The game also has, as I said, it's a level cap of 10. There's a basic tutorial when you go into it. You have hexes, which you pick up once you get level 7. The hexes are these things here, and they actually work as handicaps. So if you want to actually make the game harder for yourself, you can turn any or all of these on at the same time. If you put all 5 on, that'll give you 50% extra XP, and you got these extra abilities. We'll see the Hex of Tyranny there. Some monsters become champions. Hex of Pain, basically you are constantly losing health. You have like a dot on you constantly. Hex of Tenacity, monsters gain 120 armor and regeneration. Hex of Time, monsters move and attack faster. Hex of Malice, monsters hit for 50% more damage. I mean, some of them, as you see, I've used some of them. I used a couple of them because some of the challenges I was working through for each of the little mini dungeons require you to get a certain amount of kills with those enabled. While we're here, we just explain the other things. I mean, these are you got the different outfits that we wear. This is the default. No, this is the default one that you start with. This is one I've been using, the Wanderer's outfit, which you get for anyone that's gets the early access. The actual early access game gets this. This has 20 armor, and the main ability here is you gain overdrive over time rather than actually gaining attack. Overdrive is like potentially like energy bar that you use for your spells, like this berserk aura that I have here. These other outfits are unlocked. Ones that I unlocked that I can actually get. I mean, vigilante outfit here, I've unlocked that one. A zealot's outfit. There's 3 here that I need to unlock, and each one tells you the requirements of the challenge to get them. Weapons here, as I said, I mean, I've got my rapier here, which is the one I've been using the most. A gun, a hammer, and a sword. You got different potions to heal and to do damage, like AoE attacks. These are the different abilities. I mean, I'm using Berserk Aura. This one actually gives you, as you see there, you creates an aura around you, like a circle around you for 40 seconds, and any mobs in it that you attack, you do 50% extra damage to them. The other one I'm using is a boomerang, which, you know, you throw a boomerang and it does damage to anything it hits. And as you see here, there's a good selection here. We've got Meteor, Purging Flame, we got Dark Mist, Diamond, which gives you a shield, all sorts of things, and Destiny cards. Now this is where it gets a bit more interesting. So other than having specific talent points, you have Destiny cards. So at level 10 here, I've got 7 Destiny points, and I got 3 card slots, and each of these cards takes a certain amount of points. So if you see here, the first card I've got is called the Sun, and it takes 3 points. The second card here is the Vampire, which takes 3 points, and I've got a third card here called Hope, which takes 1 point. Different quality of cards take different amounts. So the lowest quality takes 1. Like these green ones are taking 3. I've got one over here which is a strength one, which takes 5 Destiny points. The 3 that I've actually been using are Sun, which causes an explosion when you do an overkill on an enemy once every 20 seconds, which is pretty godly. One that gives me a bit more health, and one that gives me some lifesteal. So what I was going to do is I'm going to jump in to one of the areas here just to show. Let's jump into one of the high level dungeons where I've got a challenge mission. It's this one here. I need one challenge here. So in this little dungeon, there are 5 challenges. Slay 5 monsters with a single attack. Yep, I've done that one. I've slayed 3 ravenous souls. Awaken the restless dead in a sacrifice. Yep, I've done that. I've slayed 50 monsters within 120 seconds. Yep, and there's one secret I'm missing. If we look at one of the others, okay, let's try this one. Let's do this one. So I got one here that says slay monsters without taking damage. So I got to kill 70 monsters without taking any damage. If I hit the key to go over there, we'll zoom over there, and we'll go over to this one, and we'll show you a bit of the level 10 combat. Okay, so I'm about to try this challenge, which is to slay 70 monsters without taking any damage. Now this is kind of tough. The first monster we see in this dungeon is one that charges you very quickly, and you got to dodge it. But before I go down there, the overdrive bar is this yellow bar on the right. As you see, split into 2. Each section of this, you can use one of your abilities. I mean, I've got 2 equipped here, which is the Berserk Aura, which is the damage buff, and my Boomerang. And with this suit I've got, as you see, it built up over time. Now with one of the other outfits, that bar would start empty, and you gain overdrive as you do damage, do crits, etc. before, depending on which one you have. Middle mouse button switches between abilities. Currently I've got the gun equipped, and the gun abilities on the right side of the screen are highlighted. If I hit the middle mouse button, I switch to the rapier, and the rapier items, abilities are highlighted. And before I head down there, I just wanted to quickly say, I mean, a couple of days after the game was launched, I think it was the 22nd or 23rd, the developers put up a roadmap on Steam, just outlining what they're going to do. The next kind of content update, 1.0.1, they're planning on adding more game zones and more dungeons, adding new monster types, adding another weapon type. They haven't specifically said what type of weapon they're going to add, but at the moment we've got two a sword, a rapier, the hammer, and the shotgun, which is basically 4 different types, basically 4 equivalents to classes. A range is like a range, like a World of Warcraft hunter, I guess, with a gun. You got the hammer is basically melee damage, but it's really big, slow hits. The rapier is very, very fast hits, and the sword is similar. So I'm wondering if the 5th weapon type they're adding could potentially be a magic one, like a staff or something like that, or a wand, something that kind of can integrate some magic damage in. As well, for the next update, the level cap will be raised to 15, and introduction to legendary weapons, and the actual Codex is going to be in. I mean, at the moment, if you look here, you got the Codex option, which is grayed out here in the pause menu. 1.0.2, which is the second update, big update coming. That's the one I'm kind of looking forward to, because that one you're going to have working. The actual cooperative multiplayer is going to be included and working, and I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm looking forward to checking it out, along with more zones and dungeons. And then obviously each patch after that, they're kind of adding more zones, more dungeons. The third update, they're adding a 6th weapon type, more monsters, more legendary weapons, achievements, level cap raised to 20. So and each patch they're adding more content each time. And so, I mean, as it sounds at the moment, with the 2 zones and the dungeons in here, is like, I don't know, say if you do all of the challenges, you're probably looking at 6 to 7 hours of content, which isn't so bad for a very first version of early access. And you got to remember, there's no story in here at the moment, so the story, when the story is added, that will obviously add time into that as well. So let's try to do this. Let's try to do this challenge. I'm probably going to fail, but if we fail, we fail. I failed to do this a few times on my stream earlier, so... it's 1 monster down. So yeah, you see there, slay monsters without taking damage, 1 of 70. This red circle around me is my aura, which lasts for 40 seconds, and anything I hit in this aura takes 50% more damage. So yeah, a lot of the skeletons do come back to life. The skeletons themselves are obviously not much of a challenge. I mean, at the moment I'm kind of trying to make sure I don't take much damage. I mean, I've done this a few times and got down to towards the end of it, where that type of enemy that charged me that I just did, that one actually attacks you twice, or there's 2 of them at the same time, and that kind of, yeah, and yeah. So yep, so we're still on, so 22. See that big explosion there, that was the overkill. That was the card I had, this sun card. So, and you see that I hit 1 and it totally blew 2 of them the hell up. Okay, so we got this is a damage buff, and maybe I should save it for a bit, because we're going to get another one of these okay, we're still cooking on gas. Still cooking on gas, as they say. That's 1. See, the problem I had before is when we got down to this next platform, there's you get 2 or 3 of those at once, and that's what I'm going to save this damage for. So we're going to go down at the bottom. We've got another one of those range ones down there. Then as we get down to this section down here, below where I'm looking at here, there's 2 of them at once. So for that section, I'm going to go get. That's when I'm going to get the damage buff. Okay, so he's dead. I like this. The fact we got loads, so many of these, is definitely very good, right? Because you can just, you know, we need 70 kills altogether. So if we can kind of just, the more you get, the more you know. But there's 52, so. Okay, so we are down to that room. I'm going to wait for my overdrive bar to build up so I can get my damage buff, and then we are going to... Oh, this must be a secret. I think this is probably a bad idea because opening these secrets normally end up in... Oh, 2 of 2 secrets, and that's a different... Oh, shit. Because here we got 2 more as well, and I definitely didn't factor in coming in here. I didn't see this room before. I did wonder where the other secret was. Hey, 61, that's even better. So those 2 that I just killed there in a little room, so I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. So let's go up here. We'll get this bar's nearly fill up. We'll get the damage buff, and then we're just gonna go. Whew. Okay. We'll pick up the damage buff again, we'll pick up that damage buff, and here we go. I took damage, 62 out of 70, challenge failed. So yeah, that's where I failed it last time. But yeah, that should give you guys a bit of an idea of some of the higher level, higher level content. I say higher level, I mean level 10. This is like one of the higher damages. I mean, this is max level at the moment. Obviously, let's just try to show you the rapier. So switch into the rapier, which is just the faster sword attacks, which I've been liking. I've been liking this. So obviously you got to charge. This like charge attack here, which kind of hits anything it goes through, it would decimate. You've got the E, which is the coup de grace, and it does a lot of damage to one enemy. So if I just pick him, it just boom. And your basic attack. And if we just switch and just show the sword while I'm here, I don't have many mobs left in there, but with this sword is like, you got this charge. It's got its own slash, its dash, so it's so we'll wait for the dash to come back. It's all pretty cool. And let's just try the hammer for the last one. The hammer, we've got this big smash attack. You put the cursor on top of him and hit a button. Boom! Overkill. Dead. So yeah, so that's kind of my first impressions are. I'm really liking this game for what it is. I mean, I've played a lot of early access games, and pretty much that I've started, I played and been quite disappointed with at the end because there wasn't much content in our early access level. You know, at first try, and But there is quite a lot of content here. I played about 6.5 hours. I streamed this for, and I got to level 10 and did a lot of the achievements. Not all of them, but a lot of the achievements we got done. Well, not achievements. I say challenges we got done. And basically, yeah. And this is only 2 zones, and they're planning on adding an awful lot more. So, and I was a little bit unsure at first because obviously, as I said at the start, it's produced by the developer that did the Tropico games. So they're all very different style of games. And looking through the history of stuff, all the games they have on Steam, most of them are strategy focused rather than, you know, this is obviously pure. This is like an action RPG, and with none of their previous titles on Steam, you know, fit this sort of action arcadey sort of genre. They're all pretty much strategy. Oh, look at that! Decimate a whole stack of them with that charge. So I was a bit unsure, but I am really, you know, I am really happy with what I am. I'm just going to wait for this to come back. We'll just charge through the 4, and you see. You ready? Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna end this up now. I'll put a link to the game in the description below. If you like the video, you want to see more stuff like this. As I said, I'm planning on doing some more first looks, of games of indie and smaller games like this, and putting them up on YouTube. And if anyone actually wants to see me play more stuff like this, obviously I stream all the time. I stream 6 days a week now. I was streaming 7 days. I've cut it back to 6 days a week, to at least 1 day of the week I have set aside that I can rest, and also make sure I get my YouTube stuff up to date. Because since I started streaming 7 days a week, I had a lot less time to actually do videos here, and I'm kind of missing it. I'm definitely kind of missing it. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me up on Twitch if you want to see me streaming some stuff live. Or just head over to the channel and look underneath for my schedule for the sort of games I play and when I play them. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.